everybody? Yeah, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima, I'm a piano music. So guys, Diddy old ass is back in the headlines again. And of course, it's not for music or Revolt TV. It's for booty clapping sound. That's right. Diddy is back in a triangle love affair. Now, I'll just be real. It's been a long time since I've been in a triangle affair with my girl and your mama. Can I get a ooh sound effect? Oh! But Diddy has one with two different ladies. Now, guys, celebrity and the manosphere and the red pill space, they kind of all run concurrently if you really look at it deep. You have Diddy, who is, what some would consider a high value guy, really rich, really successful. And then you have Diddy, who has more opportunities to date, so he takes advantage of it. And then also, he's not stuck to black women. Diddy dates all kinds of women, white, Asian, Hispanic, and otherwise, right? And if these women want to deal with Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, they have to compete for his time. They have to compete for his attention, even if he's in his 50s. Now, for the normal guy, we're not used to that because we don't believe that maybe a woman has to compete for us. They don't think they need to compete for us. But when you're Diddy, women have to compete for you because of what you are, what you represent, and the boundaries that you set for yourself. So let's talk about this. On one hand, we have a young woman by the name of Young Miami. Now, Young Miami is a baby mama. She's definitely ratchet, okay? Good looking, but, let's just say, for example, I don't think that would be Diddy's first pick. That's quite obvious. He might have clapped him a few times, and that's about it. But, really, Diddy doesn't have much use for somebody like her. It just in my honest opinion. And then you have this young chick by the name of Gina Hoon. Okay, now she's had some pretty interesting allegations towards Diddy in the past. I won't get into those here, but she called him, recently, that it's her baby daddy. And obviously she was doing that to try to get a reaction out of Young Miami. And can I get a ding, 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 ding sound effect, Dima? That is exactly what happened. When Young Miami saw that, she hit the insecure panic button and started ranting on social media. Now, you probably want to know why, and let me explain it. You think it's just two ladies fighting over a man that they want to be with. No, what you're really seeing is here's a black woman upset that there is an Asian woman that she's threatened by, and she's not used to being in that sort of competitive market with a woman that she feels that Diddy finds more attractive. Now I'm gonna break this down. If you look at Young Miami, she's not a bad looking lady, she's a good looking lady, but Young Miami is always weaving and sailing up. This other young lady is very pretty with her natural hair. Young Miami has to go to the beauty salon to have hair at that length. Not that she can't grow it, but that's what she is. She's intimidated by her. And so what you're seeing is the same thing what some black women see successful black men who have hit their peak. They're looking at the opportunities that they have. Now, Young Miami has dealt with dudes before, like her baby daddy. We won't talk about him, Southside, but that's another story. But Southside is nowhere on the same level as P. Diddy. Southside probably could get some chicks, but he's not on that level. Not like P. Diddy. See, P. Diddy has the options to get very, very beautiful women. In Young Miami, although you might be, the hot chick in Carol City, now you're out here competing with the rest of the world. You're competing with this Asian young lady, and you're not used to competing for somebody like P. Diddy. You want a guy like that, but you're not really competing or competitive enough for a guy like that. And so sisters, when they get into this position, the way that some of them respond is with a lot of vitriol and anger. Okay, so here's what she says. Sad music. I ain't arguing with no B.
that got cheap ass lint ball carpet in their house, effing on the billionaire. You freaky ass bitch.
Angry music.
I am that. That's why I F with your jigger and ain't coming off him. I don't care how many pics you post.
Can I get a ooh sound effect? So she has another one here.
Attention, biatch. I am the attention. Let's be clear.
So let's just listen at that. This is probably what P. Diddy wants to get away from. That sort of attitude and that sort of demeanor, because, I mean, despite being a good looking young lady, it is just not feminine. So you're telling him, like, I know that you chose this Asian girl, but I'm still going to F him anyway. Which is saying that I'm okay with being second place when it comes to Diddy. But you're not okay with that with anybody else, because Diddy's was considered high value, right? But then here's also the second thing. She has very poor choices in men. I mean, look at Southside, look at Diddy. Neither one of these guys will commit to her, or have no ability to commit to her, maybe. I don't know about Southside. I don't want him to shoot me gunshots, but that's what's going on here. So guys, let's look at the dynamics. Women in the black community can be very threatened when they see a guy exercising his abilities. And instead of taking that anger out on, on Diddy, she's taking it out on the girl. But most of us who are not Diddy would have that anger coming back at us, even if the women were not interested. And what this shows is the dynamic which is to come. You're going to see double vitriol. The double vitriol will be towards the women that black men are dating. I don't even care if it's women in the diaspora. If it's black women they're dating from Ghana, if it's Tanzania, if it's Ethiopia, you'll see vitriol. You're also going to see vitriol towards those guys exercising such options. So all that you need to do, honestly, you don't even need to engage women or feminists in arguments. Your job is to just be successful. Because when you're successful, you win. That's all a man has to do, is have some form of success. Now, success is on different levels, of course. You don't have to be the level of success as Diddy. I don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But if it's on some level of success, you establish some form of network where you have absolutely the choice of where you want to live, where your kids can go to school, things like that, it changes the dynamics in said relationships. And then you force women to compete. You force women to compete by dealing with what you have to offer. Diddy as a man has a lot to offer. He has power. He's tied to an industry. That's how you do it. And that's the real reason why Young Miami's mad. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.